Hello everyone, welcome to Wednesday Mood. Yes, this is a new series I'm making, just like the Indonesian one, the Tuesday Mood. So it's essentially like a podcast about. So it's essentially like, well, you could say a podcast about me sharing my feelings to all of you and sharing my thoughts and for you to get to know me better because I'm too lazy to post a tweet every now and then. So if you have any fan mails or if you have any questions, you can send it to me on emails, or you can ask me on the comments and I'll reply to you on the next episode. And I'll read your fan mails and I'll speak my mind about what you wrote on the fan mails. I've done this a lot in Indonesian channel, but I haven't done it here. I haven't done it as much in the Indonesian channel lately, but I'll make sure to do it more. So with that being said, let's just start with something that is important and it's long overdue, which is I can't scream. I just can't scream if I don't want to scream this out loud. 10k subs. What the like, it's crazy. Like, I targeted my growth to be 10k subs by the end of December, but we got to 10k on November, at the end of November, which is crazy if you think about it. Like, I could not imagine the growth. I just could not imagine just how big it was gonna get. So I thank every single one of you for being an absolute blast to be around. I thank you for always being around and listening to my audios, even though I still feel like my audios could be far more better than this. I'll keep on improving. No promises though, that's what I've learned from my old days. And before we start on the Q&A for the 10k special, I'd like to say that, god damn, it's been a hell of a journey, and I don't know, it only takes like 2 or 3 months to get yourself big on YouTube, which is crazy if you just work hard enough. And I'm not the best when it comes to engaging with my own communities. You can ask my old mods for that. Like, I have a Discord that's almost like a ghost town right now. I want to be active on Discord, but I'm just not that type of a Discord person. But I know that Discord is important for community, so I'll try to use it far more next time, alright? But right now, I just want to get some rest. I just finished my finals, so I just want a little bit of a break from all this hectic shit, okay? So yeah, if you guys want to send fan mails, like your own stories, what do you want to tell and all that other stuff, what do you want me to react to, do send it to the email down below and I'll read it on the next episode, alright? Which is next week on Wednesdays. And let's get right into the questions, which is a long time ago. Fuck. I'm sorry. So probably you know this, but you haven't noticed by now, but I speak very differently from. I just unsubscribed to my own channel, jeez. But I speak very differently to who I am, like, on the videos. I talk like really fast. I think you already know that. I talk really fast and shit. But, and I'm absolutely random. I don't do things just. I'm not the perfect boyfriend you think. I'm always speaking like weird stuff because I love speaking weird stuff. I'm like the more tame version of Tyler the Creator or some sort of like that. Minus the genius. But yeah. Okay, so let's start with a Q&A, shall we? I want to thank every single one of you who gave me congrats, and for those who always listening to the audios too. I love all of you. So, thank you. And let's start with the questions, shall we? So, the first one is from one of the most frequent commenters on my channel, both my channels, which is Denrophile. And let me read the questions. She has 7 questions, which is more than enough. So, the first one, What kind of documentary films you want to make one day and why? I love documentary films, but I never thought about making one. But if I were to make one documentary films, I would make one mostly on racing. Actually, I always love it, especially rally. So I don't know what it is. I've never been a car person, but I've always loved racing. So I've always loved watching racing, and I've always loved watching like just dudes racing by and these cows. We're not meant to supposed to be. We humans are not meant to go that fast, but we did. And to me, documentary about racing and also space. Let's not forget about how interesting space is what I've always wanted to make. Okay, so yeah. Next question. What stage is my film X for Hire in? So I'm actually creating a feature film called X for Hire. It's a story about a woman who just broken up on a tough relationship with this dude, and she decides to hire a virtual boyfriend, and it turns out that virtual boyfriend is her own ex. So right now it's on the stage of post-production. Actually, I still have one more cast to go. I can't reveal all the cast right now because of, well, lots of reasons, but I'm still have its shooting is 80% done, and I've already like edited, you could say 30% of it. Draft is almost finished. To be honest, it's actually already finished. It's just the next part of it, which is the design and all that stuff. So yeah, I can't wait for it. And it's not a pleasant experience. I'll tell you the behind the scenes stories when I do have the time. So the third one, is there any other projects you want to make, especially on different genres? Absolutely. I think in the Brit production will focus mostly on drama and romance. It doesn't have to be both drama and romance, but I'll focus more on that, and I'll focus on family dramas too, because I think there's a lot of important message to be spread across using mediums such as films. And fourth, what does your team believe? The Earth is flat or is it round? And do you think aliens exist? I think the world is not flat. It's obvious, and my whole crew understands that too. And do I think aliens exist? I still don't know. I think who knows, because this universe is so big that like it feels like there's no way we're the only one alone. That's how I feel about it. Okay, question number 5. Are you an idealist? Yes or no, and why? Yes, I think because my dad is an idealist and my sister an idealist. I've always had my own opinions on things. I'm not easily that offended. I'm the type of person who's willing to listen to both sides. So I could listen to the far right, and I could listen to the far left. I could listen to the right, and I could listen to the left. I form my opinions on that. I think in this day and age, where opinions comes from people who are so-called experts or politicians or influencers, that we don't have our own opinions. I think I want to strive for people to have their own opinions. So be willing to listen to both sides and make up your own opinions on it. Don't just follow what's on the media. You understand me? Don't follow what's on the news. Follow your heart. Follow what you think is the right thing. Don't just follow on what other people are saying, right? So yeah. And 6, I know the channel is mostly for the international audience, but have you ever thought about putting something in that's from my own country? Absolutely. But it's hard to actually like implement it sometimes. Like, I would love to do a video on teaching Indonesian. That will be rather weird, but I'll make it soon. Don't worry about it. Okay, so I'll be sure to do that, and also like holidays and also museum tours. Even though I'm not that big of a fan of museums, I love just going around. So yeah, and yeah, right. And number 7, your top 7 movies, mixed genres. Fuck, this is hard. And plus your top 3 series. Top 7 movies, I can say. The first one is Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. The second one is The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, from the very old ones, which has Clint Eastwood in it. The third one is The Dark Knight. The fourth one is Snatch. Actually, Snatch will be my favorite, though it's not the best. I watched Snatch like 7 to 8 times. Like, it's a crazy movie. It's a very lovely movie, and then I've already talked about Dark Knight, and I don't know the rest of 1, 2, 3. To be honest, I don't know my other top 7 movies. Godfather will be in it. Coco will be in it because I love Coco that much. One more I don't know. As for the series top 3, the first one is oh god, Breaking Bad. Second one is Better Call Saul. Third one is Chernobyl. I could put Game of Thrones, but it just doesn't feel that much. And House of the Dragons is still just on season 1, so I can't really put it all in. So yeah. And finally, my top 2 documentary films. Top 2 documentary films. I'm not that good when it comes to documentary, to be honest. I watch a lot of like serial killers. Like Ted Bundy was one of I enjoyed. That was a crazy one. I watched a lot of crime thrillers and crime documentaries with my family, and I also, one documentary that I watched was, which was a bleak one, is The Bridge, about the San Francisco Bridge, where people committed suicide there, and it's a really dark topic, but it's something that I think people should watch. So yeah, there's that. And finally, top 8 of the best songs of all time. That's Evergreen. This one's hard. Somebody to Love will be at the first. Come Back to Earth by Mac Miller will be the second. And the rest, I don't know how to grade it, to be honest. Oh god, top 10 songs of all time. Jeez. I have to look at my Spotify playlist for this one. Playlist. Fuck, I don't have the top 10 best. So it's gonna be very hard to rank. Somebody to Love. Sunflower would also be one of it. That's 3. And I have to rethink about this whole thing. I have a list of it, I think, but I don't know where I put it. So let me check. Let me check if I have my like songs of my best songs. No, I don't think I have. No, I don't think I have it. But I used to have like top 10 songs, and yeah. So yeah, probably that I can give for now, but I'll be sure to update it later. But thank you so much for the questions, alright? That's a lot of questions, so thank you. So let's move on to the next question. Hold on just a minute. Oh, here. By Noee. Questions. Why did you start making ASMR? Well, it's actually pretty interesting stories. I never knew I had a really good voice until my ex told me about it. So she was like, "Hey, it's actually a pretty dumb story. So, me and my ex had a long distance relationship, right? And I was trying to find some ways to gain money so I could go there on my own without having to use my parents' money. So I tried to find some work, but I never found it. And my ex told me that I have a good voice, so I thought I might as well just make something revolving around request. It was an ASMR at first, but it was about request. But then people started requesting to make like more boyfriend contents. I was trying to make on TikToks like 3 types of contents. One was English, one was in British accent, and one was about boyfriends. And it turns out the boyfriend blew up, and so I stick to the boyfriend from then on, and I started making ASMR from then on. So yeah. And also one of the biggest signs was my friend would always fall asleep every time I call with them, which is annoying. So, and are you planning to do a face reveal? No. unless I get jacked and my face looks like Leo, and maybe I'll do it. But right now, no. My face at its worst. So third one, what's your favorite video that you made? There was one Indonesian video which is on the series, which is the Bodyguard series. I haven't put in any captions, so you wouldn't understand or you wouldn't know. But it's my favorite so far because it almost feels like a movie. So that's my favorites. And can you cook? Boyfriend material advice. I wish I could be honest and say I could cook, but right now my cooking skills are limited. Like I'm learning both from my sis and also learning like from my friends. Like I'm glad though I still could cook some eggs. I'm glad that I'm grateful I could still cook some spaghetti or some small stuff like roasted chicken and anything involving chicken, even though I'm not that advanced. Thank God for my friends and my sis and also my mom, who doesn't normally teach me how to cook. Usually they just say, what the fuck are you doing in the kitchen? Like, go back and such. So yeah, even though when I was shooting my movie, I kind of helped my friends a little bit, even though I'm not on the cooking side, but well, they could say supervise. God, I can't cook. Thank you so much. But I'll be learning to cook as soon as I'm ready. I'm already ready though. So yeah, thank you so much. So here's from, well, Molida. I call her Bunda Molida, and Bunda means mother. Or should I say, mommy? Okay, here's the question from her. What's your next goal for birthdays on my YouTube account? Next year, around 30k subs. Around 30k, so we'll see if I reach there. And second, will you consider to make another masterpiece like the Bodyguard series? Yes, I do. Even though right now it's like, I don't know how to explain it, but I have to fix my fucking schedule first before I could do that. But I'm slowly like fixing my schedule right now because I don't want to sleep late anymore. And as I'm recording this, I'm gonna sleep at like 11 p.m. After that, I'm just gonna be gone. And I'm gonna try to sleep at 10 and wake up at 5 or 6 and then start recording from there. So yeah. And number 3, why are you so cute? I have only one answer to that. No. Sweet. But yeah, I think that's all. Thank you all for listening to my podcast for Wednesday Mood. Do be sure to send in fan mails if you want to, like share your stories and such. I would love to hear your stories and such things because I'm not that active when it comes to social media. And yeah, I hope you have a great day and love all of you. Bye bye.